Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's JC. Y'all, today I'm gonna be using my phone as my microphone because I'm sitting in my grandma's veranda in Aruba, and it's a bit noisy because she has like a driveway and there's cars constantly driving in front of it. So I just wanted to record with my phone so I can make sure that the sound is good. So y'all, we in Aruba, y'all. I cannot believe it. I'm back in Aruba after 2 years. The last time I was here was 2023. And it feels so surreal, and I feel so at peace and so at home. As y'all know, I was born and grew up in Aruba and moved to the Netherlands in 2015 when I was 11 years old. So this year is going to be 10 years since I moved from Aruba to the Netherlands. So it always feels so surreal to be back here again. You know, my roots will always be here. My home will always be here. My family will always be here. So it's just a different type of feeling, you know. And it feels amazing, honestly. It feels amazing. And today I wanted to record a special kind of video for me in my grandma's veranda. Veranda is like, I think it's like a front porch in English. I think that's how you call it. But my grandma's is filled with plants, so the energy is just amazing. And let me show y'all what I'm seeing so y'all can feel the vibes. Plants everywhere, y'all. Plants everywhere. Just amazing. She has her own garden, basically. The video that I'm filming today is actually a video that is also really special and important to me because it's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, especially because of the things that have happened in my life in these past few months. And I just know there's always someone out there that can also relate to my situation or my mindset, or is maybe looking for advice or, you know, overthinking about something. Today's video is going to be about love. Yes, we are going there, y'all. We're talking about love today. I have kind of a life update for y'all. As y'all know, as y'all seen in my past few videos, I have been in a relationship for the past 6 years, but I've recently become single. I'm a single woman. I've been single since last year, October. And y'all, I'm really in my single era right now. I grew up in that relationship. I was in the relationship from when I was 15 years old till I was 21, because I'm 21 right now and I'm turning 22 this year. So I basically, grew up and really found myself within the relationship. At the beginning of the relationship, I didn't really know who JC was. Right now, I know who I am. I know what I want in life. I know what I love and what I stand for. So it's just an interesting transition. Definitely something to get used to because I've been so used to being in a relationship and I've not really been used to being fully alone. So it's definitely a new transition in my life and something to be excited for, actually. And something to just a new experience, honestly. New experience. And I think it's also something to be excited for. I'm still young. I'm 22, or I'm turning 22 this year. So I feel like a lot of times we overthink and we panic and we're scared of, starting fresh, starting from zero again and being alone. But I think it's something beautiful. It's something beautiful to be alone. It's beautiful to get to know yourself outside of a relationship, to, who am I without this relationship? What do I like? What do I love? What do I enjoy doing now that I have so much time, instead of, spending time on somebody else? I think for me, it's been definitely an interesting past few months. But today I want to speak about specifically how we as human beings like to switch off our feelings and like to turn cold most of the time when something doesn't work out for us. So for example, I feel like a lot of people, go through stuff, like for example, like partners cheating on them or partners lying to them, just doing weird stuff behind their back. And we do tend to give people a lot of chances, and this doesn't only apply to romantic relationships, but this also can apply to like friendships. When people betray you, people lie to you, or do stuff behind your back, it can also apply to that. Or even family, it can even apply to your family members lying to you or just really hurting you in some type of way. It can apply to everything, honestly. But we really tend to kind of switch off our feelings and turn cold. The statement of this video, the point of this whole video, is that there is beauty in pain. There is so much beauty in pain. Like, I was crying, like I think I was crying like 3 weeks ago, and literally in my kitchen, because I went through something. I went through a situation where I opened up my heart again and I got my feelings hurt, and I was crying. But y'all, when I tell I was crying, but in my head I had like a moment of realization where I was like, it's so beautiful that I'm crying right now. It's so beautiful that I'm hurt right now. It's crazy to say. Like, I know it sounds weird to say, like, I found it beautiful that I was crying. I found it beautiful that I genuinely opened up my heart again to something, and knowing the risk that came with it, knowing the possibility of getting hurt, I still fully opened up my heart, and I still fully was myself. I was just me. And I feel like it's so beautiful to just put yourself out there. It's beautiful to be open to new experiences, to be open to new possibilities, and knowing, y'all know, like, when you put yourself out there to love, or when you put yourself out there to receive love, there's also like the chances of you getting hurt are like this big. So to be able to put your pride aside and still open up your heart to love and receive love is just the most beautiful thing on earth, honestly. I think I find that the most beautiful thing on earth, to see people putting themselves out there, to see people opening up, to see people being vulnerable. Like, to be vulnerable in this day and age. That's why I was crying and I was smiling. I was crying, but I was happy that I was crying, because I was like, girl, you took the risk, you ended up getting hurt, but it's still beautiful of you that you took the risk knowing that you could get hurt, that you still gave out your love knowing the risk that you are taking. I think that's so beautiful. So I'm going to dive into all the points that I've written down in my YouTube notebook before I keep on yapping, because y'all know I can just keep yapping and yapping and yapping. The first thing I wanted to talk about is, in this day and age, we as a generation, like in this new generation, we tend to want to stay cold and put everyone in a box. And what I mean by this is, for example, like a lot of women experience a lot of men who cheat, and a lot of men experience a lot of women who cheat. So for the men, there's no good woman out there, and for the women, it's like, man ain't shit, man ain't this, man ain't that. And for the men, it's like, woman ain't this, woman ain't that. So it's like we're all putting each other in these boxes. So when we get to know new people, we've already judged them based on our past experiences and past trauma. So we're not even really giving these new people in our lives a chance at really getting to know us. We're not really giving them a genuine, fair chance to get to know them for who they are, because we already have these biased opinions based on what we've experienced in the past with other people, basically. And I think that's not fair to the new people in your life, because how are you going to potentially meet your husband or your wife if you're still, judging them or expecting them to make the same mistakes as people in your past made, So I think that's something to really, if you can relate to that, if you recognize yourself in that, I think that's definitely something that you should reflect on and see where that is coming from. And if this is something that you tend to do often, I would really reflect on that and do some shadow work, maybe see what happened in your past that really triggers that, and how you can let that go. Because if you cannot let that go, honestly, then I don't want to say that there's no hope for someone new in your life, but you're going to keep making the same mistakes that you made in the past relationships, because you're going to bring up arguments or petty stuff based on things that trigger you that has nothing to do with the person you're speaking to right now, if you know what I mean. What is the reason to keep putting people in these boxes? You keep putting people in these type of boxes when you keep saying men are cheaters, all men cheat, there's no loyal men out there, there's no loyal women out there. Like, you're going to keep attracting these things because that's what you're speaking, that's what you're putting out into the world. Like, how do you expect to meet a good woman or a good man or a loyal, genuine, decent person when you're telling your friends every day that woman ain't this and man ain't that? It doesn't make sense to keep putting that out in the world. How do you expect your next person to not be a cheater? Because of course the next person is going to be a cheater if that's the only thing you believe in, you know. Like, of course you're going to attract what you keep putting out into the world. A lot of people in this day and age have unhealed perspectives of men and women, and they just keep projecting that into their future relationships because they're not healing from those past experiences. They've experienced things with certain people, and they think that every single next person is gonna be the same or is gonna do them the same way. So they're extra cautious. And of course, it's normal to be cautious, and it's normal to not give in too fast or to have your guard up in the beginning of relationship. But don't forget that it's okay to open up, it's okay to be vulnerable, and that is the whole point of this video. It's beautiful. There's beauty in pain. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to open up yourself to someone, even knowing how big the chances are for you to get hurt, and you're still willing to take that risk just to give your love. That's beautiful. Like, that's the most beautiful thing. I stand on that. And I keep telling people this. I tell people, it doesn't matter to me that if 100 men cheat on me, like if 100 of my future partners, I'm not gonna have 100 future partners, but y'all know what I mean. If 10 people cheat on me in my life, I'm still going to have that same pure heart. I'm still going to have my same mindset of there's still genuine men out there. Like, that was them. Like, that doesn't change the way I feel about men. Like, because one person cheated, that doesn't mean that every man cheats. They have unhealed stuff they need to work on. They were projecting their insecurities into that situation, you know. So it's important to not put every single person in a box based on your experience with one person, because the decisions, the mistakes that person made has nothing to do with everybody else, y'all. That has everything to do with them. It's not personal. It has nothing to do with you. And I feel like that's a common mistake that we make in this day and age. When someone cheats, when someone hurts you, when someone lies, we tend to blame it on ourselves. Y'all, it is not personal. I don't take anything. I don't think any single thing personal in this life, because nothing is. Everybody's projecting. When someone cheats, that's because they're that insecure. When someone lies, they're insecure. They cannot deal with the consequences of the truth. They can't be honest with themselves. Nothing in this life is personal, so don't ever take anything personal. You are you, they are them, and that's that. Their decisions are their decision, and that has nothing to do with you. Nothing. And right now, as y'all know, I am single. I've come out of a 6-year relationship. I've learned so much from myself in that relationship, and I have no regrets. Honestly, I have no regrets. I feel like que será, what will be. And I'm excited for this new chapter of my life. I'm excited for this new growth. I'm excited to get to know JC on a different level, because I've been getting to know JC in a relationship for these past years. So I'm excited to get to know the JC outside of relationship, see how that JC is, what that JC likes and loves to do. So it's a new era, and I'm excited for it. And I'm excited to see what God has in store for me. And yo, I'm blessed. Life is good. Life is lifing right now. I'm in Aruba in my bikini, going to the beach in like an hour. Like, life is good, y'all. Life is good. God is good all the time. And for the people out there that are also coming out of a long-term or even a short-term relationship, and you're struggling and you're going through it, girl, my love, it will get better. I promise you, it will get better. You got this. You're beautiful, you're loved, you're appreciated. And you know, when you see your worth, when you know your worth, it's over. When you know your worth, when you know who you are, there's nobody in this life that can tell you anything else. So when you know your worth and you know what you deserve, girl, stand on that and never settle, never lower your standards for anyone, because I promise you, when you think that this is the best that you can do, what God has in store for you, what's waiting around the corner, maybe 10 times better. Not even maybe, it is 10 times better. So never settle. This life is way too short to be settling for less than what you deserve. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope that if you're somebody that's going through something right now, that after this video you feel inspired and you feel more confident that things will turn around for you soon and things will get much better. You'll be thriving. Don't play, girl. Don't play. I believe in you. You got this. I appreciate you. I love you. I promise you, girl, when you find yourself, when you fall in love with yourself, nothing's gonna stop you. Life is amazing. God is good. God bless you. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Bye.
Realize how divine and magnificent you are, and realize you have the power to make changes. You are not stuck. You can begin to make changes by changing the way you think.